I wanna see you.
J'aimerais te revoir une prochaine fois. J'attends que tu fasses le premier pas. Et je sais que tu as apprécié ce moment passé avec moi. J'aimerais te revoir une prochaine fois.
Your style, the way you move, girl, makes me wanna see you again and spend some time, girl. Since I met you, wanna be with you, baby. Think about you every night, every day, baby. Naville, we doing it again, yo. And it's up, baby, ready? Get them on.
These are the N180 Toyota 4Runners as the third generation Toyota 4Runners. They are in the year range of 1996 to 2002. They were developed under Chief Masaki Ishiku from 1990 to 1995 under the project code 185T. In late 1995 for the 1996 model year, a significant redesign of the 4Runner was introduced with an all-new body shell on all-new chassis. Though it shared many parts, including engine and transmission, with the new Tacoma, the body and chassis were unique for the first time. Despite moving upmarket with the rest of the mid-size SUV market, the new 4Runner differentiated itself by retaining the rugged off-road character of its competitor that was sacrificing for highway comfort. The third generation 4Runner featured new engines shared with the first generation Toyota Tacoma pickups. One, the 2.7 liter 3RZ FE i4, which was replacing the 2.4 liter 22RE i4 that gives 150 horsepower. Then the second option were the 3.0 5VZ FE V6, replacing the previous 3 liter 3VZ EV6 engine offering 183 horsepower. And with these drivetrains, they sound like this. Now talk about the topic of safety of these 4Runners. Soon as the 1996 4Runner is redesigned, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has evaluated the crash worthiness of the 4Runner in a 40 miles per hour frontal offset crash test into a deformable barrier. One problem it has was the rear bumper has a weak structure during the low MPH crash test. Airbag and safety belt changes beginning with 1998 and 1999 models improved the 4Runner's performance in the federal government's full-width crash test at 35 miles per hour, which evaluates other important aspects of frontal crash worthiness. These changes are not expected to affect the results of the Institute's test because measures indicate that significant injury to the upper body was unlikely in the tested 1996 models. Overall, its safety is rated acceptable. With my story on these cars. In early winter of 2008, it became my first time I rode this 4Runner when there was a father of the two boys from my former elementary school of PS233 passed by our house in Canarsie to drive my mother and I to drop me off at school. I was busy interacting with the two boys as my new friends, and I didn't find any interest into this car. I'm pretty sure that it was a 1998 4Runner in the color of silver. In June 2010, it was at nighttime after the Haitian Carnival was over in Wategate Park across from Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn. It was my dad's friend's car I rode as a 2001 Toyota 4Runner, dropping my mother, my dad, and I on our way home. And the differences I found between the 1998 I see in 2008 and the 2001 I saw in 2010 is the front grills on the 2001 4Runner. It was 4% thicker than how I saw it on the 1998 I saw in 2008. Zooming into the summertime of 2013, my uncle had his first 4Runner as a 2000 model. It was white, but it was parked inside of his yard as if it was going to be scrapped. 2 years later, into the next summertime, I rode the next 2004 Runner in green, and it's the trim of an SR5 in 4-wheel drive. This was days after I came from a sleepaway camp of Fresh Air Fund in July. My aunt drove my mother, my godmother, and siblings, and I to Coney Island. This was the exact next day after we went the day before, as my third time since 2011 I went to Coney Island. Riding the 2004 Runner impresses me with high-speed stability, and going through bumps on the road, the rear shows itself with coil springs with multi-link arrangements. Then I rode the same car, which was back in August of 2016, when I was with my family on our way to Spring Valley to attend a marriage ceremony, but unfortunately we didn't. But I mostly enjoyed that day riding mostly my favorite 4Runner. Last time I rode this car was April 2017 when my uncle was driving my mother and I from Our Lady of Miracles Church to his house around Canarsie. It was in the same week when I was receiving my holy confirmation at that same church. Until 2018, the same white 4Runner I mentioned earlier that was in the yard was officially fixed and painted in green. Especially, I was with my uncle fixing his exhaust system under his SUV, which was on Labor Day weekend of 2015. That makes 2 green 4Runners my uncle had. Until 2019, he sent that first one shipped to Haiti. Then as of today, he is left with 1 4Runner in the yard right now, but it was loaded. Because it was loaded, he explained to me that he planned to send this car to Haiti again. I wanted him to keep this car because I plan to drive it to out-of-state college by 2021 if I didn't have the money to get a newer car like a newer 4Runner or a RAV4. But on the other hand, he changed his mind and explained to me that he would no longer ship it to Haiti, which feels more exciting. Then I also said to him, when I get my permit, I wanted to test drive this car and forgetting about making this car to be insured first. I wanted to test drive this car because of its sharp handling and the performance of the V6 engine that I felt back in 2016 the last time. Moving into my analyzation for these cars. These 3rd generation 4Runners are personally one of my top favorite 4Runners in this generation. Much better than the 4th generation model, but not as excellent as the ones from the 5th generation. These were the most popular SUVs with a well-respected reputation, resulting in a 3% increase in its sales back in 1996. And these are the first 4Runners to be distinguished from any looks of the trucks, especially the trucks from its brand. Their style reminds me of me exploring them back in my native coast of Haiti, and there were right updates for growing families, offering the consumers for rooming interior, side-step rails, improved center console, and an upgrade lift-up tailgate for an old-school, rugged SUV. But recalls they lived through were bad coil spring stability in rear tires and corroded frames as their main climax. Therefore, Toyota advised these consumers to replace oil for every 5,000-mile run, inspect their drivetrain systems for every 30,000 miles, clean their undercarriages, and to replace fluids, like for example, whatever is in the coolant system. These are the solutions to last their springs and frames of these 4Runners. Overall, these cars are rated for a 9.6 out of 10. And ending my review is thank you guys for watching, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and long live these 3rd generation 4Runners.
Yo, Magenta.
Yeah, yo.
What's Summertime, you know.
What time, you know?
Girl weather.
Yeah, me brother.
Me see girl from country, girl from town. Girl from ghetto, girl from uptown.
The place full of girl and girl sound, but the general still a say no girl sound.
Trial, girl, come on.
Never.
I wanna see the ladies wine, I love them so much. Girl, come on.
Our babies.
Baby, when you break it down, I'm tempted to touch. I me say, oh, girl, for this amount of nature. Oh, girl, feel dilute me temper. Oh, girl, oh, man, we a feature. Girl,
Long time me tell them, oh, girl, you don't know the harder. Oh, girl, sex with girl we no sharper. Oh, girl, this a the girl is father.
girl, too much.
Well, if you like to send to the bar again, few more thing add to the bar again. The buckle girls them inna them outfit sexy, so boss a same love all of them. Happy top girl is me call me friend, so who no want no girl we no want see them. DJ pull up the girl them and them, cause of them we defend to the head.
Girl, too much.
Can never.
I wanna see the ladies wine. I love them so
wanna
much. Girl, too
No
much.
time.
Baby, when you break it down, I'm tempted to touch. I me say, oh, girl, for this amount of nature. Oh, girl, feel dilute me temper. Oh, girl, oh, man, we a feature. Girl,
Long time me tell them, oh, girl, you don't know the harder. Oh, girl, sex with girl we no sharper. Oh, girl, this a the girl is father.
Girl, too much. See 10 gal walk in, all of them a top notch. Make it whole party, I jump like a hopscotch. If you place from, but I be a man. That flop party can't night without gal can talk. Me love see the gal them on the outside, yeah. We the nowadays dress code up now, I know. Girl, too much. I wanna see the ladies wine, I love them so much. Girl, too much. Baby, when you break it down, I'm tempted to touch. I me say, oh, girl, for this amount of nature. Oh, girl, feel dilute me temper. Oh, girl, oh, man, we a feature. Girl,